Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. And so this palette, I picked it up because when I saw it online, I was looking for a nice like high-end eyeshadow palette and it was so pretty. And I really just fell in love with all the colors that they have in it. It's a lot of mauve-y, pinkish colors and everything. If you look at it, everything is like very like goes together. You know, it starts out from the lighter colors all the way up to the darker colors, which are more like a brownish tone here. And then it goes to your light peachy pink. It's just really pretty. And then it's got the good mix of your mattes, which are the larger eyeshadows. And then the smaller square ones are your shimmer shades. So this is how the palette is looking. This palette, it retails for $48. I picked mine up. They sell it at Sephora. I'm not sure if they sell it at Ulta, but I picked mine up from Macy's. And the reason I bought it from Macy's is because every once in a while, Macy's will do 15% off of all their beauty products. And so I ended up getting it for 15% off, which was great. So let's, I'm trying to think, let me tell you guys a little bit about the palette. So the palette is free of parabens. It's no parabens, no gluten, and cruelty-free. The formula in these shadows, they have Too Faced put coconut water, alpine rose, which helps support skin's health and resilience, and hyaluronic acid, which gives you just like a smoother, youthful appearance. And then it says, as far as the coconut water, it just helps to replenish moisture in your skin. So that's kind of a little bit of information about the palette. And then let's just go ahead and jump in the video and you guys can see how I got this eyeshadow look with the Natural Nudes palette by Too Faced. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start out using the palette. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm probably going to do like a shimmer shade here on the inside and then, you know, darken it up on the corner. But let's just go ahead and play with it and see how everything comes out. So I think I'm going to just kind of build it up, and I'm going to start here with this shade. It's called Seashell. And I'll kind of put that all over my crease. I'm just going to go in like a back and forth motion. And just to let you guys know, you know, especially with like eyeshadow palettes, a lot of these videos I have to, well, my videos, I have to edit them down so they're short and they're not really long, because if I stay here and I do the whole eyeshadow look, I mean, it could probably be like maybe a 20-minute video, maybe longer, who knows, you know, by the time I stop and stuff. So I edit out the strokes that I do back and forth. So just so you know, keep that in mind when you're doing your eyeshadow, kind of build it up to where you think you need to build it up. I can kind of tell you guys as I go along, like you just saw me, I think I did it about 3 times, and I may even do it more before I get done, like around 4 times on each side. So just something I wanted to let you guys know to keep in mind when you watch me, and others too, because I'm sure most people do that when they do their eyeshadow videos. Okay, the next color I'm going to go in, I'm going to go for like a pinkish mauve tone look. So I think the next color I'm going to go in with is going to be this one right here, which is Warm Rose. And this I'm going to go in my in the crease as well, and then kind of build it up more on the outer corner, but still going in on the crease, and then just get a little more of my brush and kind of just build up the outer corner with it, making sure I don't get any on this inside here or on the top. The brush that I'm using, if you guys are wondering, is a Real Technique. It's a Real Technique Deluxe Crease brush, but I'll have everything listed below. And especially, I'll make sure I list the brushes just in case. It's probably good to know when you're doing eyeshadow. All right, and I think I'm gonna darken it up I think I'm going to make it even a little bit darker. So I'm going to go in with this cocoa, I don't know how to say it. Okay, and I'm just going to use the same brush. I really don't have a lot of eyeshadow brushes. which I probably need to get more. This is one of my favorite ones. And it's fresh and clean, so if I'm going from that those lighter eyeshadow shades building up to the darker ones, it's fine, because it's not like I'm putting a darker one with a lighter shade, if that makes sense. So it's not like when I lay the color down, it's going to be darker than what it actually is. But it is good to wash them often. That way your eyeshadow always looks fresh. So this, I'm just going to apply this cocoa color. I'm just going to apply it on the outer V of my lid. And you could probably use a more precise brush if you wanted to. See how it darkened it up? I just did one like dab of my brush into the eyeshadow, and then how light that is. So it gives it more of a little more of a dramatic look. Because I notice I tend to barely put eyeshadows on sometimes. So I definitely want to. And then through the camera, everything looks a little lighter than it actually is in person, I feel like. So just building it up a little bit more. These eyeshadows are very, they're very easy to blend. They're not, I want to give you guys as much description as possible. Well, I can save it. I'll save it for the end, and I'll kind of explain everything to you guys when you guys see the final look. We'll just kind of get through this as fast as I can. Okay, so that's how that's looking. Now I'm going to go in with one of these shimmer shades, and I think I'm going to use, it's between the Sparkling Sand and the Rose Gold. I think that I am going to use the Sparkling Sand. The Rose Gold is more of, they're very similar, but this is more of a pinkish shimmer, and this is more of a almost silverish tint to it. So let's see. I don't know if I'm going for the pink. I don't know. I like the Sparkling Sand. I'm going to go for the Sparkling Sand. And I'm just going to use my fingers to apply that. Because I really don't know. But I guess for the sake of this video, let's just try it with a brush. Because I am reviewing this palette. So to give you guys an idea of if it would work with a brush. So these are my other two brushes that I use all the time. These are Echo Tools. One end is a little dirty, so I'm trying to, because obviously I don't want to. So I'm just going to apply it. I'm just using the brush, dipping it in there, and I'm going to see how it applies to my lid. Okay, not too bad, but I definitely feel like I got more with my finger. We're going to try one other thing too. Let's try it with a little bit of spray. I'm just gonna, this is just the Mario Badescu facial spray. I'm just gonna spray the brush and see if when I dip it in, if it gives me a little bit more of the shadow on the brush. Not really. Sort of. No, it does. I think it does. It does a little bit, but to be honest with you, it did give me a little bit, but to be honest, I really like just using my finger. So I'm just going to go and continue using my finger to do this. I felt like it just was the best way to do it. And I felt like when I wet my brush, it kind of did something to the eyeshadow and the palette, and I'll show you guys. I don't know if you can see it, so sorry. I have my Band-Aid on my finger. I cut my finger when I was cooking the other day. So this one is, when I wet the brush and I stuck it in there, it kind of like pressed the shadow in. And then these, obviously I didn't touch it with that one. It was just this one. So, and now it's like hard to kind of get out. So yeah, I don't really like it with wetting the brush. So. Like, do you see with my finger how much got on there? I feel like I'm putting too much now. So we'll just leave it like this, and then I'll kind of blend everything out. And once I blend everything out, it'll look fine. So I'm going to go in with this warm rose color. And I'm just going to use that to kind of And I'm using the Echo Tools brush just to kind of give some kind of transition between the shimmer and the corner V here. Or try to. I try. I don't know if it's always going to work out. Okay. It's okay. I don't know. I'll just go back in with my finger a little bit. Now I'm going to take this brush again and just dip it in the rose gold again and kind of blend everything out together. And just try to make everything kind of flow together. And then I'm going to go back into that rose gold shimmer shade. No, I didn't use this one. I used the sparkling sand. That's okay. I'm going to use the rose gold anyways. And just put it on top. Maybe it'll just give it a different look to it. Okay. So that's good. Just going to blend it out one more time. Okay. And then I'm going to take the other end of this Echo Tools brush. It's the smudge end. And these brushes, I really like them because, especially for doing tutorials, it tells you like smudge end. And I just use them for everything. So, and now I'm going to go under, because I already have my foundation and I have my concealer on. So I'm just going to go ahead and line under my eyes. So I'm going to take the Warm Rose again. And just put that under my eye. I'm just going to do it just starting here and just kind of drag it out. All the way to the outer corner. The outer corner, I'm going to take the cocoa color. Cocoa color here. Sorry guys. And then just kind of drag it out a little bit. Like a partial wing. Just a little bit. Just to give it, see how it kind of makes it flow. I hate to do this. I mean, I like to do it, but I feel like my eyes kind of sag a little bit, so it's hard to get exactly precise. So that looks good. I'm going to leave it like that. So this is how everything is looking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my blush, lipstick, finish the rest of my eyes, and then I'll come right back. And matter of fact, let me just finish the eyes on camera so you guys can see the whole effect or whatever. I guess I'll do, I don't know if I want to do liner. I think I'm going to skip the liner. I'm going to skip the eyeliner. I'm not going to do eyeliner. Yeah, so I'll just do everything off camera because I'm really not going to add anything else to the eyes except some mascara, and that's it. I'll be right back. All right, thank you guys so much for watching me do my eyeshadow. So, yeah. So I got all my eyeshadow on. I did do a couple things, or like one other thing. No, two other things that I forgot to do when I was on camera with you guys. So the first thing that I forgot to do was to put an eyeshadow here on the inside, which I ended up going back and doing, and I used the sparkling sand to do that. And then I used this lighter shade here, which is called Swan, right here. And I put that just on the top, right underneath my brow bone. And yeah, so that's all I did to the eyes. And then of course I put my mascara on, and that was it. And then, you know, did the rest of my face. So I want to kind of tell you guys a little bit like of what, because I've used this palette since I got it. This is the second time that I've used it. So I can tell you a little bit of information about it. I can't go into detail, like too much, you know, because I've only used it twice. I love it. I mean, they're very smooth, easy to blend, but not where they're smooth that it's like too smooth, that it's like kind of like wet. It's just a perfect formula. Perfect. They're very buildable. When you put it on your brush, the shadow, you can build it up. It's not like you get this tremendous amount of eyeshadow from your brush to your lid. You can take it, you know, a few 3-4 strokes to build it up to where you need it to be. And everything really, for me, what I felt like is because some of the shades when I was trying them, I really wasn't sure what kind of look I was going for. And what I noticed is that everything really blended together smoothly, because I was using everything from here to here. And if you look at it, in some palettes, you'll use the eyeshadows, like different ones in the palette, and you're like, oh, wait a second, I have like a totally different look. Like it's like orange here and this color here, which is okay because, you know, some palettes have that range of colors and that's fine. But like for someone, I want to say someone like me, even though I've been doing YouTube for 4 years and I do wear makeup a lot, but sometimes I'm a little like not clueless with the makeup, but sometimes I just need something easy. And if I can grab one palette and I know that everything's kind of gonna be cohesive and kind of blend together, it works well for me. Because I'm not, yeah, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years and I do makeup and stuff like that on my face, but I'm not like the most perfect person at doing makeup. So this is great, especially like if you're a beginner or you just want a good pinkish mauve type palette. This is really great. I really have nothing bad to say about the palette. I liked it. Oh, with the shimmer shades, what I noticed, and I showed you guys in the middle of the video, and it could be the spray that I used. I used that Mario Badescu spray. And it could have been the brush I used. Who knows? Because everything is different. You just really have to try it for yourself to see. But with the brush that I used and the spray that I used, yes, I got the shimmer shade on my eyelid, but I felt like it was better with my finger. And then just using the brush without any liquid on it was like the worst way to do it. So for me, what worked out best was just putting it on my finger and then putting it on my lid. And if you didn't want to use your finger, then the brush with the spray worked out a little bit better. And the one that I didn't like at all was just using the brush without any spray or anything. I didn't really get a lot of the shimmer on my shadow. But like I said, it just depends, you know. It could be the brush. You could use a different brand brush and you get tons of shimmer on your lid. So it just all really depends. But yeah, so this is it. I mean, this is, let me give you guys a little better look at the actual, what you came here to look at. The actual shadow on my eyes. So I think it's really pretty. It looks good. Let me give you guys a few swatches. I don't know if you guys like to see swatches. I'm just going to do a little bit on my hand. Just like random colors here. I think I did all the dark colors. Let me do a light color. I'm just going to do some random ones and just, you guys can kind of get an idea of. So hard to see. See how like just creamy it is? I don't want to say it's like too creamy that it's like, oh, it's a cream, but it just is smooth. It's smooth. That's the best way I could say it. Like that dark color, it just went on my hand so smoothly. Let me see if I can do some lighter shades since I did all those dark shades. So you guys can kind of get like a good mix. I know, I'm not really showing it. That one didn't come out too good. I might have even put a color on top of a color, but if you can see it a little bit. So yeah, so that's how they look. That one looked the best. That's how they looked. A great palette. I really don't, that's all I can say. I'm gonna let you guys go. I don't want to hold you up. But yeah, I loved it. It looked good. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching a video of mine. Remember, if you are new to my channel, my name is Tisi and I post videos on beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And you can click the notification bell as well if you'd like to get notified of when I post a new video. If you're a subscriber of mine, thank you guys so much for coming back and watching another video. I feel like all that was a mouthful. All right, guys, I'll see everyone. Love you guys and see you in my next video. Bye.